In this video, I'm sharing with you the details of my income as a full-time musician. This is actually the long overdue final installment in response to this video. In case you haven't seen that video or the follow-ups, here's the long and short of it. I began 2024 having just been made redundant from my job working in video production. I'd started my YouTube channel maybe 6 months before that. It was getting a bit of traction. I had about 3,000 subscribers when I was made redundant. And I was keen to see whether I could turn this redundancy into an opportunity to maybe find my way back to working in music full-time, something that I was already hoping that I could do. I thought that people might be interested in seeing how that journey unfolded over the next year, which is why I made these videos. I thought people would be interested, but it turns out that these are the lowest viewed videos of all my videos. But I feel like I need to bring this chapter to a close and give a final update for those of you who are interested and have asked about a final update. I guess that's you. So the intention was to record my income and work for the 2024-25 tax year. Now, I took a bit of a break from posting on YouTube last year. Because it's taken me so long to start posting again and then get around to this update video, not only can I tell you what happened in the 2024-25 tax year, I can also tell you what happened in 25-26. Spoiler alert, it's working out pretty well. So I'll give you a little roundup of what happened and then some lessons learned and reflections on the journey. So at the end of my last one of these update videos, I'd outlined how much I earned between April and December 2024. So here's what I made on those last 3 months of 24-25 tax years, from January to March 2025. I ended up making £36,700 throughout the whole year, which according to Google is pretty much slap bang in the middle of the average income for people in the UK. So I was fairly pleased about that, and it was slightly more than I used to earn at my previous job that I was made redundant from. Nice. Small caveat to that is that the first few months of the year I was supplementing my income with some freelance video work, but by about month 4 I think nearly all my income was music-based. For that year, my music income was really split into 3 different categories. Teaching, which was online one-to-one lessons, in-person one-to-one lessons, and I taught half a day a week at a school also for most of that time. Category number 2 was playing, so anything that I was recording or gigging. And then category number 3 is what I call creator income. So anything that was money that came in through me creating educational music content online, my YouTube channel stuff. So that was YouTube AdSense, Patreon support, and then donations from people via stuff like Buy Me a Coffee. About half of all that income came from teaching, and then the other half was split between creator income and playing. So that was 24-25, but as I took such a break from YouTube, I can also tell you about 25-26. I actually made nearly twice as much in this last year than I did the previous year. I made just over £70,000 this last year. So here's the breakdown of those earnings. So what changed? Well, I took on some more one-to-one students and I raised my prices, but the main thing that happened was that I finally launched my online video course. I've been talking about this in a previous update video, and finally last year I got around to it, hence me not being on YouTube so much. I made the video course, launched it in January, and in that first week of launch I made £19,000. And then I closed the course to do some updates and work with the people who were on the course. And then I relaunched again last month and made another £10,000 on relaunch, although that £10,000 isn't included in the 70 because it came afterwards. Obviously, I decided to turn my attention away from YouTube for a lot of last year so that I could focus on building and launching this course while keeping up with my teaching and doing some odd gigs and recording. I think it would be pretty fair to say that none of this would have happened if it wasn't for my YouTube channel. The bulk of my income has come from my one-to-one lessons, which nearly all of those people have come to me through my YouTube channel. The other bulk of my income came this year through the launch of my course. 0 copies of that course would have been sold if it wasn't for the audience that I've grown here on this channel. So if you're watching this as a musician hoping to glean some insight into how to make a full-time living as a musician, I feel a little bit like a fraud, because everything that I've done that sustained me has really come from posting videos on YouTube, not your typical description of a musician. So I'm not sure if I've got any great advice for musicians. I don't think every musician should start a YouTube channel. I don't think everyone's got the skills to do it. Although if you really want to do it, I think go for it. I was lucky in that I had a background in video production, which made some things a little bit easier. But if you are a musician, then I would say that social media can be the best business card. If you're putting good content on there, then you will grow, people will see it, and you will get opportunities. I'm testament to that. You might not make a lot of money directly from social media, but indirectly, there could be lots of possibilities should you wish to pursue them. Directly from YouTube, on average, I'm making about £400 or £500 a month, and that fluctuates. And so over the last 18 months, my lowest month was £160. My best month, when I'm flying high, £1,100. Okay, flying high, not sustainable, best month ever, still not that much money. Okay, if you'd have told me when I first started making content that with 90,000 subscribers and like good engagement on all my videos, that's what I was making, I'd be surprised. I'd have thought I'd be making a lot more than that. Okay, it's just not the case. But anyway, indirectly, through online lessons, through course sales, through Patreon, through donations, I've ended up making a good income because of my YouTube channel. I think that there are choices that I've made that have stopped me earning as much as I could have with YouTube. I could have posted more. I could have taken sponsorships. I could have put more ads in my videos. But I didn't want those to be part of my strategy. And I think that they come at the compromise of the viewer. Except for maybe posting more, that would have come at the compromise of my well-being. One thing I will say, if you are wanting to make a living as a musician, it seems pretty important that you diversify, that you have multiple streams of income. I think most musicians aren't lucky enough to be able to make a comfortable living just from one stream or one discipline. So whether that's teaching, playing, writing, composing, arranging, engineering, content creation, library music, there are tons of different ways that we can make income streams that are all still within the field of music. And I reckon having some variety in our work probably helps to keep our creative minds satisfied. I think if I was only teaching all the time, I'd probably get a little antsy. I feel really privileged to be in my position. I'm sure to some people earning 70 grand isn't a lot. To me, it feels like a lot. But what's more is I feel like I'm doing it in a way that makes me feel really happy and content. Maybe that's because I spent a number of years working full-time outside music, so it still feels really great to be spending my days playing, thinking, talking about music. And it's also really nice not having a boss too. So that's the roundup. Hopefully it's onwards and upwards. It's strange working like this because with the growth of the channel, it seems like every 6 months or so I find myself at a new point with new opportunities. There's no sort of status quo. I spent a lot of that first year focusing on the growth of the channel, and then it got to a point where I didn't need to focus on the growth of the channel anymore. I could focus on creating something like my course for the audience of that channel. And now I've created that course and released it. I'm now at another juncture of what's next. So I'm exploring a couple of things over this next year, and we'll see where we get to and what presents itself. Thanks for being here.